Hello and welcome to Gone Exploring. Today we are visiting Fort Dobbs in North Carolina, Statesville, North Carolina. And here's our operation. And guided tours. The guided tours are $2 a person, but other than that it's free. And they have a 1/10 of a mile hike there, the visitor center, picnic shelter, and the 1756 blockhouse fort. Now, when this fort was built, it was built for the French Indian Wars, and it was built in 1756, and it was named after the governor at the time, Mr. Dobbs. So let's go do some exploring. Oh, and over there are the restrooms. So you know, there's restrooms and it's not a porta potty. And there we have Fort Dobbs. It was recreated in 2019, the same way as this would have been built originally. All hand-hewn logs and all that sort of thing. So a lot of times they have special events here where they recreate life as a pioneer with the different types of craftsmen that would have done different types of things. And here you can see where craftsmen would have made different things with their specifically made benches to build different things. So in 1910, the Daughters of the Revolution put up this marker. It used to mark all the different places where Daniel Boone had been. This is one of only 60 out of 358 that still remain. In 1941, they built this cabin as a visitor center, and it's made up of like 3 different cabins that were in the area. So it's kind of like a Frankenstein cabin, but it shows what a cabin would have been like back in the day. Here's some stuff that was excavated by archaeologists here.
The way it happened was holes and stuff around the end of the dogs were looking down kind of across the road back that way. Gather up some men and go down there towards the spring. Something's down there, the dogs are acting funny. So he said, if you encounter anything, fire one shot and return to the fort. So sure enough, they go down there to the Cherokee were excellent stealth warriors. So they're hiding in. From what we know, there was a lot of grass.
Well, CJ, I'm looking at this. Oh, that's cool.
Thank you, sir. No.
Yeah, folks that just came in, the glass cases here contain a few of the thousands of artifacts that have been recovered archaeologically at the site over the years. The weapons did not come from the ground here, but they are original examples of the types of weapons the soldiers carried.
Very rapidly spread all the way to Nova Scotia and all the way down into what is today South Carolina. By 17...
many of you have heard, like me, that people never bathed back then? About the world's biggest gun manufacturers, and England had bought close to 10,000 guns from the Dutch in 1741. Now, each gun that's sent over, you have your musket. It also included a bayonet, a carriage for it, a cartridge box to hold ammunition with a narrow leather belt, and a sword. So it's a stand of arms. Now, even though it's Dutch instead of British, these all function the same way as British guns, and they look really similar too. Largely because the Brits kind of copied these when they made their own. Now, it's a flintlock. It uses flint and steel to fire. It's a muzzle loader. Everything has to go down the barrel of the gun. To load this gun, the soldiers are taught a loading procedure developed by the British Army that has a number of steps, but it is going to ensure safety and speed in loading. North Carolina in 1753, at the age of 19. In 1754, when the war broke out, I mentioned that North Carolina raised 400 troops to help Virginia. Hugh Waddell was a lieutenant in that command. Within 2 months, he was promoted to captain as a... He did such an outstanding job. So this road gets its very clever name, flanker, from the fact that it allows the soldiers to fire down the flanks or the sides of the fort's walls. The 6 big windows in here, each would have contained a little cute cannon like this mounted in it. These guns have a very, very clever name. It's called a swivel gun because it swivels.
So when they recreated this fort, they used the same techniques and type of wood and everything. This beam right here is like 1.5 feet wide. The same as this. I'll put my hand next to it in comparison. See how huge that is. And this back wall, you can really see how they used axes to form the wood. And that was our time at Fort Dobbs in Statesville, North Carolina. Very informative tour. I did not want to record the whole thing. It's great on pre-revolutionary area history. The tour guide is amazing and extremely knowledgeable. So come out here sometime and learn more. I mean, it's so close. Well, depends where you live, I guess. But it's free. It's a nice way to spend some time out here. They have a nice little park here. You could do a picnic if you want, and come learn some stuff. Thanks for watching.